Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I want to encourage everyone to please hit the subscribe button and also the like button. And if you don't like the video, hit the dislike button. And then also, if you have a comment or a question, please leave it in the comments below. This video is going to be very basic. It's just really going to be about taking major chords through the cycle and a little bit about chords and chords inversions. So let's get started. A major chord just comes from a major scale. If you have C major scale, the chords 1, 3, and 5, the notes, the root, the third, and the fifth make up the major triad. Now, it's really a good idea to take things through the cycle of fifths. One, because music moves in that direction quite a bit, and also it just helps you make sure you're covered in all 12 keys. So, a simple way to do this is play the major triad and then look at the middle note. The note right above that middle note will be the root of the next chord, F major. All right, and looking at the middle note, B flat comes next. But instead of playing it here, I'm going to take it down here. B flat. And looking at the middle note, going up to E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, and C. Now, you should be able to get through these pretty quickly and not just use that little trick about looking at the middle note and going up one, but really know what comes next. You know, this is something you can actually go through in your mind. You can practice this, when you're away from the piano. C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. And that spells bead, by the way, B-E-A-D. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, then G flat or F sharp. And then you get to B on the white key, and once again it spells bead, B-E-A-D, G, and C. And, noticing a few things about this. Once you get to the black keys, the root, you stay on the black keys for all 5 chords, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat. And then once you get back to B here, because that's a perfect 4th up or a 5th down, then once again it spells bead, but now you're just going to stay on the white keys. And then notice that E, A, and D have the same shape, E, A, and D. I mean the same shape, a white key, a black key, a white key. And then you've got another 3 with the same shape, G, C, and F. The odd ones are B flat and B. I say they're odd because there's no other chords that have those particular shapes, because these 2 fifths are like that. So B flat and B are going to be unique shapes, and so is G flat. And I think all the rest of them fall into some kind of pattern. Like, for instance, E flat, A flat, D flat. Okay, and for fingering, 1, 3, 5 is good, but we'll be adding more notes to the top too. So if you want to do them 1, 2, 4, or even 1, 2, 3, that's fine as well. You want to do them with both hands. And for you students that like a challenge out there, let's look at some inversions, and then we'll take the chords through the cycle with inversions. So this is C major. This is C major. All we've done is take the bottom note and move it up to the top there. It's still C major. You can tell it's not in root position because of the distance here. Root position chords are thirds. A third, a third. But first inversion and second inversion all have a distance of a 4th in them. So looking at the first inversion, we could take this through the cycle. Okay, now what do we have to look at? We have to look at the bottom note there. That's the third. The next chord is going to be F, and that's going to be on the top now, right? This is C's on the top. So F, B flat's coming next. Looking at the bottom note, E flat's coming next. And the correct fingering would be 1, 2, 5 for all these chords. Now, when you get to the second inversion, 1, 3, 5 is usually the best fingering. And here we're going to look at the top note E is the third. Our next chord will be an F, and of course the root now is in the middle. So this one will be a little bit more challenging. Now that will help you get familiar with all the major chords. Let's take them through the cycle using inversions. And here you have options, like you can start on C, and then you could either go F here or F here. First inversion F, second inversion F. But the idea here is to do close voice leading. In other words, each note doesn't have to move too far. In this case, the C stays the same. These two just move like this. And if if you're voicing chords on the piano, you want smooth voice leading usually. And same with singers. If you're arranging for 3-part harmony, it's usually better to have the parts move like that than everybody have to jump like this. Of course, it all depends on the musical situation. So going through the cycle using inversions. Okay, and there I always pick the inversion going up. Let me try to pick one going down. C, F, right? That's in first inversion. Then that'll be in root position, first inversion, root position. So, good little exercise there for learning the cycle of fifths. And I can't emphasize how important this is to know the cycle of fifths really well. Like what comes after A flat in the cycle of fifths? D flat. And just knowing that when you're playing charts and you have an A flat 7th chord, chances are greater than 50%, they're probably greater than 75%, that the next chord will be some kind of a D flat chord. It just sounds, that's dominant motion. It sounds like that's where it wants to go. It could go to a minor chord. So practice your major chords with inversions through the cycle every day until you've got it down. All right, see you on the next video.